Have you ever wanted to control a camera remotely, only to find it frustrating when it doesn't respond the way you expect? If that's you, then you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into how to translate screen coordinates to camera pan and tilt angles. I totally get it. Trying to click on a specific point in a live feed and having the camera not follow your lead can be incredibly annoying. You're not alone in this struggle. Many users face similar challenges with PTZ cameras. Here's the specific situation we're looking at. One user recently asked, "How can I make my IP camera pan and tilt to a click position on the screen?" They mentioned that their camera can pan 360 degrees and tilt from -55 to 90 degrees. Sound familiar? Let's explore how to solve this. So what do we need to consider? To achieve this, we need to convert the screen coordinates you click on into the corresponding pan and tilt angles for the camera. This involves some basic trigonometry and understanding the camera's field of view. And stick around. I have a simple algorithm at the end that will make this process much easier for you. You won't want to miss it. To begin translating screen coordinates to camera angles, the user first needs to understand the relationship between the screen coordinates and the camera's pan and tilt angles. The camera can pan a full 360 degrees and tilt between -55 and 90 degrees. Next, the user should calculate the normalized screen coordinates. This means converting the clicked position on the screen into a range from 0 to 1. This is done by dividing the x-coordinate by the screen width and the y-coordinate by the screen height. After obtaining the normalized coordinates, the user can then calculate the corresponding pan and tilt angles. For pan, multiply the normalized x-coordinate by 360 degrees. For tilt, multiply the normalized y-coordinate by the tilt range, which is 145 degrees, and then subtract 55 degrees. Finally, the user should send these calculated angles to the camera's control system. This can typically be done through an API call or a command that the camera accepts for adjusting its position. Fun fact, did you know that the first remote-controlled cameras were used in the 1960s for television broadcasts? We've come a long way since then, and now you can control cameras right from your browser. Now, let's look at the answers provided by other users. This user suggests a method for translating screen coordinates to camera pan and tilt angles by establishing a 3D coordinate system around the camera. They define the axes and create a transformation matrix for the camera's pan and tilt configuration. Next, they set up an image plane 1 unit away from the camera and calculate local coordinates based on the pixel position. This involves using the field of view to determine the extents of the image plane. Then, they transform this ray using the initial transformation matrix to get the global coordinates. Finally, they calculate the new pan and tilt parameters using trigonometric functions. Here's the algorithm I promised. By combining these calculations, you can create a function that takes the clicked coordinates and translates them into pan and tilt commands for your camera. This will make your camera control seamless and intuitive. And there you have it. You should now be able to control your camera with just a click. Remember, practice makes perfect. If you found this helpful, hit the subscribe button for more tips and don't forget to share your success stories with us.